As Kentucky's surge in COVID-19 cases continues, we'll talk to doctors about what an increasing positivity rate means. And we'll show you the extra steps one local jail is taking to keep inmates safe.
The heat and humidity continue tomorrow, along with the chance for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'll have your forecast right now at 6.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Good evening again. Kentucky has seen another day with hundreds of new COVID-19 infections. Governor Beshear announced 477 new cases today, raising the state's total to 20,677. We also learned of the deaths of 10 more Kentuckians. The state's death toll is now at 645. There are several new cases in Perry and Harlan counties, which pushes their case totals today past 100. Laurel County is now up to 230 cases. As more Kentuckians receive tests, health officials continue monitoring the positivity rate to see if the virus is spreading faster or slower. It's a measure of how many positive cases come out of all the tests administered. For weeks, Kentucky's rate was under 4%, but now it is more than 5%. Jim Stratman explains what this means for the state.
We all know that when you increase the number of tests, you're going to increase the number of positives. But that being said, it should be in parallel.
And it's not. Dr. Ryan Stanton is a Lexington physician who says that the sudden uptick in positivity rates we've seen in Kentucky could be a cause for worry.
What we're seeing in our area and around the country is the percent positives are going up disproportionately to the actual number of tests, meaning that the likelihood, if I test you, that you're positive is higher than it has been in the past, suggesting there is more spread out there.
The CDC guidelines for reopening that were released earlier this year say that the states should maintain a positivity rate of under 10% to be in phase 3 of reopening. Check.
The number is still actually very low compared to other parts of the country. We're seeing parts of the country where they're seeing a 20-25% of tests are coming back positive. So it's worrisome in that there's a slight uptick, but still Kentucky's numbers are significantly better than much of the country.
But since this virus spreads exponentially, a small uptick could turn into a much larger rise in positive cases quickly.
If you go into a restaurant or any type of business and they clearly have, they're not pushing the safety measures of COVID, I would turn around and walk out, because it's one of those things that the businesses need to take care of their people and need to take care of the customers, and you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and your family and loved ones.
Reporting in Lexington, Jim Stratman, WKYT.
Small businesses have taken one of the biggest hits from COVID-19. The impact, some say, could last forever. WYMT's Will Puckett has more from a small coffee shop owner in London who is already seeing the changes.
Started initially in 1998, Something's Brewing coffee shop in London has built a loyal following.
We have a lot of loyal people, comes every day and supports us, so that's great.
Since March, owner Darlene Smith has seen her business drop significantly.
We're probably about half of what we used to be.
The change in Smith's business is because of the coronavirus pandemic. While she watches her customers' interaction dwindle, she longs for those interactions she's become used to.
Oh, it's very important. We love them, love to talk to them, get to know them. And
moving from 6 days a week to now just Monday through Friday, Smith says this way of doing business may be here to stay.
Don't think it is. It's worse, we think, now than before.
But in order to stay here, this small business owner has to get used to wearing multiple hats in order to be here on the other side.
I do a lot of work myself. Used to have a CPA, but now I have to do the paperwork myself. So, see, it's a lot, lot you have to do, a lot of work. If I had to hire it all done, I couldn't do it.
A side that looks different, but one Smith still wants to serve. In London, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Something's Brewing is open from 8 until 4. Smith hopes to be able to return to Saturday business when things pick back up to pre-COVID levels. As COVID-19 cases surge, the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center is taking precautions against the virus. Not only have they ramped up their cleaning, they have brought in a new device that they hope kills COVID-19. WYMT's Emily Bennett explains.
Since March 13th, this jail has been closed to visitation and cleaning procedures increased. But just recently, jail administrator Byron Hansford bought an ultraviolet light machine. The UV light emitter is to help combat COVID-19 and other viruses. There are 3 types of UV light: UVA, UVB, and UVC. The first 2 are found in the atmosphere. The third is blocked by the ozone layer and is dangerous to people's health if directly exposed. UVC light has been used to help kill viruses for years. However, studies are still ongoing about how effective it is against COVID-19. Hansford says other jails outside of Kentucky have started to use these machines and have not seen any COVID-19 cases. He says he's just doing anything he can to keep everyone healthy.
Anytime you're in a jail, the least amount of germs, you're in an environment where there's several people, so the spread of germs is obviously a problem. So anytime that you can fight those germs and kill them and not get something, circulating in your jail, it's going to help not only us, but it helps the counties, hospital bills, and all this stuff. So
Hansford said the machine costs about $4,000. It is left in a room for about 30 minutes to disinfect. In Paintsville, Emily Bennett, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, we saw the sunshine return again today, along with those pretty hot temperatures. Humidity hasn't been too bad, but that's going to start to crank up heading into the next couple of days. We'll take you up to that UVA WISE camera, though, where you can see that mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day, but it's just been a very nice one out there, a little bit on that warm side. Not looking at many clouds into downtown Whitesburg right now, 90 degrees and feeling like 90 degrees. Dew point right near 60, so not humid. So if you step out and you start sweating, that's just because it's pretty hot out there, with temperatures near about 90 degrees. All of us into the upper 80s to lower 90s, 93 in Ashland, 91 in Prestonsburg, 92 down into Middlesboro, a very nice warm 93 in Jonesville. A lot of us, though, still on that hot side this evening, and we're going to continue to see those warmer temperatures even tonight. Lower 70s right near 72 for that overnight low with those mostly clear skies. Then heading into the next couple of days, you guessed it, we're going to continue to see the hot and humid conditions. By Friday and Saturday, we'll start to bring in a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms. Few storms are even possible for tomorrow. I'll have tomorrow's forecast coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Paige. Deputies in Clay County need your help finding the man who robbed a business early this morning on Highway 421. You can see in this picture provided to us by the Clay County Sheriff's Office, the man is wearing camo and holding what appears to be a pistol. If you know who this man is, you're asked to call the Clay County Sheriff's Office. Well, some nursing homes are reopening their doors to visitors at some places across the state for the first time in months. Kimberly Kege shows us one family finally able to reunite.
Photo after photo capture memories between Tim and his mom, Thelma Quady. Today, another memory made, one that's been 5 months in the making.
Well, it's one thing to look at her through a window, but to actually be able to hear her voice and to be right there with her.
139 days of window and FaceTime visits. Tim reunited with his mom in person as Wednesday marks the reopening of Kentucky nursing homes to visitors.
In February, I was out of the country on vacation, came back and had to quarantine for 2 weeks before I could see mom. And midway through that quarantine, the facility went into a complete shutdown.
Temperature checks, social distancing, and the time spent apart, hard. But Tim says it's all worth it.
Not at all. It's worth it to keep her safe.
The Quady family, mother and son, reunited once more. Kimberly Kege, WSAZ News Channel 3, Ashland.
And as we head into tomorrow, we're going to start to bring back some scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'll tell you how long to expect the storms, to stick around coming up.
And as COVID-19 cases continue to increase across Kentucky, one Southern Kentucky restaurant owner says people need to wear their masks so his business and others can survive.